I'm Corey Dr. O, and this is a Creative Commons licensed podcast. Rip, mix, burn. 下一站觀塘，下一站觀塘。Next station, Kuntung.
Hi, this is Mike, and it's Sunday. It's the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. It's halftime at the KU game. And as predicted, KU's a little bit down. They're down 9 to Carolina. One of my friends said, "Hey, Mike, isn't it amazing how much Bill Self controls Roy Williams?" And I said, "Don't tempt fate." And it's like, well, here we are. Halftime. Let's see if we can come back. Today we're going to talk about lots of different things. I put up on Facebook, what kind of things should we talk about today? And different people answer different things. And I wrote these down yesterday, and I've not looked at them since, so my answers will be spontaneous. Doesn't mean they'll be accurate, doesn't mean they're worth a crap, but let's do this. Tyler asks, what about Matt Castle getting fired? Well, Matt Castle immediately was signed by Minnesota to play behind Ponder, and Ponder's not that great. I think Minnesota's going to have a quarterback controversy, and I really think under the right leadership, Matt Castle could do a good job for Minnesota. Again, I already mentioned my one friend from here in KU. One of my friends in KU talked about Bill Self and how he's so dominant over Roy Williams. Well, he's won 2 times over Roy. He's 2-0. You know, is the third time a charm? Well, we've got 20 minutes of basketball left to find out. Hopefully so. My friend George asked me, "Hey, Mike, you've never heard of snow cleats?" And it's like, I grew up in Kansas City, and I've walked on snow and ice my entire life. I don't need such a thing, and I guess he needs little prongs that stick out of the bottom of his shoes so he doesn't slip and fall on his ass. No problem. Then my friend Jamie asks a few questions, so I'm just going to go down the list. It's like, why do you live in a college town, Lawrence, Kansas, and don't go to college? Well, before I lived here, I lived in Hong Kong for a few years, and Hong Kong's a very small city with millions and millions of people, and you can't walk down the street without having hundreds of people surrounding you walking down that street at the same time. And I thought, well, I don't want to be in a big city now that I've moved back, and Lawrence is actually a very friendly city. I like the people here, and couldn't love it better. Where I used to live in Kansas was Johnson County, and quite honestly, some of the people there were, I don't want to say arrogant or stuck up, but I'm going to say they were kind of arrogant and stuck up. So I kind of like it here because these are real people. I'm also asked, what about Jimmy Fallon versus Jimmy Kimmel? I don't really care, to be honest with you. Ketchup versus mustard, as long as it's Coleman's mustard, you don't need anything else in the world. Why are there ridges on a pickle? Well, that's because you can't put your fingerprint on the pickle at McDonald's so they can trace you back, or wherever they use ridges. The ones without ridges, you can get fingerprints off and find out who the bad chef is. And finally, I'm asked about, what about the Puxatawny Phil? He predicted spring would come early this year, and look at it, we've got another 7, 8, 9 inches of snow today with another inch or 2 tomorrow here in Kansas City area. And should he be fired? Well, there's a deal, an article on the Onion.com, and actually Puxatawny took Phil and they chopped his head off, and the mayor is having Phil for dinner. I got one other request, and I can't really tell you which lady it's from, but brothers, male friends who are married, she wanted to send a special message to you because she's not feeling right. She's not feeling love and attention from you. And the only way we could really do it was in a song, but she really needs, guys, if you're a friend of mine and you're married to a woman, you need to listen to this, and it could be about you. So this is a song from Drew Jacobs, who you can find on www.drewjacobs.com. It's from his CD, I'm Allergic to My Job, and it's called, funnily enough, Wives for Dummy. Or Wives for Dummies, if you don't hit the button right.
Well, 24 years is a long, long time for a mere mortal man to be towing the line. Till death do us part is the exception to the rule. Well, if you want a loving woman, let me tell you what you gotta do. Just hop in your SUV, put the pedal to the floor in the self-improvement section of your local bookstore. You'll find it under W, before X, Y, and Z. The title that you're looking for is Wives for Dummies.
Wives for Dummies. Wives for Dummies is a handbook for the average slob.
The author's not a doctor, he's a plumber named Bob.
Wives for Dummies, it'll make you the best husband in town.
You'll learn why you gotta leave the toilet seat down. Wives for Dummies.
Wives for Dummies. Wives for Dummies.
Will help revive your wedded bliss.
Wives for Dummies.
Has a chapter full of pictures of where she really wants you to kiss. Well, you can read it on a Kindle, it's the hip new thing to do. Listen to the book on tape, read by Maya Angelou. There's women lined up round the block to see the movie. Wives for Dummies stars their idea of a husband, Mr. George Clooney.
George Clooney. Wives for Dummies, you'll be nominated Man of the Year.
You'll learn to call her sweetheart, sugar and dear.
Wives for Dummies, it'll organize your honey-do list.
It'll even help you keep her from getting pissed mad. Wives for Dummies.
Wives for Dummies.
Wives for Dummies.
Wives for Dummies.
Okay, well, you know who you are, my male friend, and you need to go take care of your lady a bit better because she's not very happy right now. Anyway, that's it for today. This is Sunday, and so far I've done these always on Sunday. I may do them other times, so pay attention to my Facebook page or go to www.kcmikey.com to hear further episodes, or whatever they are, of this, and also my online funny music broadcast, which you can click on there. And I'm hoping we're going to have an announcement about and I'm going to be an affiliate with a big comedy deal where I'll be broadcasting their show every week, but I don't want to say anything right now because there's some technical deals I'm trying to work out, and we'll let you know about that later. Anyway, have a great week. Hold on, let's see what the score is for the KU game. It's 30-23, so KU scored a couple points, so we'll see what happens. There's still a half to go, and if they don't win, they don't win. They've had a great season considering what they had. Anyway, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time.
This is the Fump.
But vodka, you're my wingman. If anyone can hook me up, you can. You gotta help me, vodka, help me get her out of the bar.
Crayola, Crayola's all that I know. The color's delicious, making a rainbow. Crayola, I love you so.
Thank you, Gilligan. Thank you, Skipper. Thank you, Thurston Lobby-Ho. Thank you,
Walking silly once again. Doing that Monty Python thing. Me and I said, girl, if you're wondering if I'm stalking you, I'm stalking you, I'm stalking you, I'm stalking you.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.